Yeah, good evening. Welcome to Allports Gaming SuperCars NZ. GT3s, round 6, Magny-Cours, new track for us, should I say. And the guys are a bit all over the place tonight. A few different names close to the top. Some other drivers struggling to come to terms with the track. And yeah, the ones that have been putting in the hard yards and the practice times have certainly made their way towards the front. Someone who's a little bit of a surprise is position 12 currently, Sean the McNamara Macatap. Joining me in the broadcasting lounge tonight. You've managed to qualify 12th, mate. Are you going to just go out there and go for a wee roll round?
I could, and to be honest, I'd probably just be blocking the track and hitting walls and running deep and the building sandcastles. So just bought the track, so
likewise,
so we can stream it. I got Bert and Ernie still up in my phone, and that's look at that. That's
cool.
That's lovely, isn't it?
I don't even think I picked that one either. So
no, I did that one, but it never showed up in my end. But I was trying to mock you and your mate Shane.
Yeah.
So that's you and Shane actually in the photo. So just say
there
that's you and Shane.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. Who's who? Well, I'll put my hand up and say that I'm the that I'm Ernie because I'm
it doesn't matter which one you pick,
shorter.
Man. It's still two. It doesn't matter which one you pick. It's still man.
Shane's the taller one out of the two of us. I'll let him be Bert, and I'm sure I say things to annoy him as well. So. He probably frowns at me with that big monobrow.
Yes. That's such a mono too, isn't it? Ladies will love it. Alright, so one to watch out for is Blake. Blake and Bruce. So we got Triple B at the top.
Yeah.
And then little old Shane White in behind that. So well done Shane on his qualifying time. A bit of a smaller field tonight though,
just have a quick glance at the timetable again there, mate. Whitey's just jumped up into P2.
Oh, he has indeed. Well done. See, I was just being nice to him as well. So
yeah, I'm sure he'll be rubbing that in on
those times
Blake
though.
there.
Like,
I know.
There's like half a second to Blake, who's got pole, but then it's Shane, then it's .025, then .110, then 119. That is some close times there for the 2, 3, 4.
There sure is.
Even 6. Yep. Top 6 after that. So
it is.
Looking forward to that battle. I'm guessing we'll be on them going across the start line.
Flamethrower out there finishing up on the lap. It's the 98 car of James McKenzie just about to come across the start finish line there.
So
he made another position. He beat Mark Price by .002 of a second.
Oh wow.
I don't even think we blink that quick.
Well, we don't. We all blink at 0.001. Do you not know that? Jeez, that's like 101 of science. No, I'm joking, obviously.
You don't know.
I don't know. I definitely don't know. But what I was about to say is, old car 98, that's like one better than SVG, isn't it?
Sure is.
Yeah.
There we go. We've got a couple of people tuning into the stream, but not here racing this evening. We've got Dion DeGraaf saying, "Watch out, turn 1, boys," and almost automatically filed in behind it. Car driver number 47, Craig Mason, has said, "Turn 1, here they come." So we will be watching from turn 1, most certainly.
Is that turn 1 there, is it?
We'll be watching from the back of Blake Dowdall's car. And look, do you reckon those guys love the fact that there's a massive 4x4 safety car in front of them?
Yeah, it's like NASCAR, yeah. So they do the whole lap as a warm-up.
It is, yeah. I did double check. There wasn't a way to shorten it, so this is the only way round for them.
Well, this gives us more time to talk about how you put a 4x4 in front of them. Good.
Who have we got left to join the track?
Well, that'd be me. Probably me, mate.
There's a couple. Blake still hasn't arrived yet. Jonathan Turner, there we go.
If you're going to put a lazy 20 on it, who are you going to pit?
I'm going to say Blake Grenhall for the win tonight.
Oh, nice.
God.
I was going to go with Sean Manville. No, I wasn't. just black flag everyone and then come out and win it.
Are you going to wait till they cross the start finish line and then just pull right hand down at the exit of pit lane?
Yeah, it is. I'm only saying 26 frames, so man, there's something going on the screen. Oh well. All right. So I get so excited for a start, but when it's a warm up, you sort of just go, ugh.
Do you know what they are? They're waiting for us to join. That's why they're waiting for the whole time.
They've got 23 seconds. They can wait.
Yeah.
So let's talk about MRX a little bit. So let's come on board. Yeah, let's come on board.
So here's one video that we probably won't see tonight, but I'll say it. Right. I'll say it tenderly. We won't see this.
No, you will not. You will not see the safety car. Although, if we tempt him enough, we may bring it on board next season. But
yes.
Who knows? These GT3 cars definitely need safety cars the way these guys drive.
Yeah.
But it's a lot safer without Dion and Craig Mason in the field, that's for sure.
There we go. And the truck's pulling away, getting ready to show us the racing line around the circuit.
I don't like to dig about Craig and Dion. I'm trying to be mean to people.
No.
You need to be a bit more like Wayne and involved in the bean. So Wayne's not here tonight. He's having a bit of a break. So you got me and Doug.
Yes, unfortunately. Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, everyone's moaning about it, man. I'm just getting on my end. I don't know.
You're still forwarding me the messages. What are you on about?
Right, we're here to have fun, have a laugh, and see if these guys can actually drive nice and clean side-by-side racing is what we want to see. Obviously, is watching it. That track map it's a busy track, isn't it?
It certainly is. There is a lot of little kinks and turns and twists, and as you know from having just purchased the track as much as I have, trying to get around this track was certainly not easy. So for the guys that are doing it fast, credit to them, and the ones that are at the back that are putting down times and trying to stay on the track, well, best of luck to you. You're probably the one that's going to be benefiting more than others if you're able to make it through to the end.
Yeah, someone said the V8s would be terrible around here, but I'm thinking the V8s would work quite nicely.
Yeah, there's a lot of there'll be a lot of on and off throttle modulation, that's for sure.
Getting off turn 3 around that hole straight into that hairpin will be absolutely perfect in the V8s, man. That'll be cool.
Yeah, drift on.
Drift on. Yeah, trying to get the power down to get a good run onto that. It's not really a straight, but you'd be plucking 6th gear, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
There's a few of our drivers there.
Oh, look, it shows me in 12th. Why some numbers? Oh, you can put your own colour to your number. That's a little bit different.
It's a little bit special, eh?
Yeah. Oh, obviously Blake, trying to be special, stealing my number and all, but that's all right. We'll forgive him.
I reckon they are close to nearly halfway round.
They're close to halfway. I think you said close to starting. You just got me all excited. And no. Alright, so
there we go. There's the safety car. We'll be able to watch from the front of Blake's car as it comes into the last few corners, and over here is Shane White. He'll be ready to bomb it into turn 1.
I'm hoping Shane has a nice clean race today. He's a win it or bid it sort of driver, isn't he?
He's getting ready. He was creeping up there.
Oh, you got your camera that I talked about. I love it. This is
just showing off now.
Yeah, show it off, mate. Just swing around now.
No. I reckon there it is. Yep, there's the end of the track coming up. The safety car is getting ready to go through the last couple of corners. That's pretty much the main straightaway straight across from us there. That's the corporate boxes.
The last chicane, I think you need a sort of a higher angle to see the drivers, see if they can go through there 2x2, because I think it's going to be a little bit hard.
So just here, this is where the safety car is going to peel off, and it's almost a straight shot into the. I'm interested in where the green flag's going to go. Yeah, it's a very short run.
Well, it's on the driver.
It's up, he's away.
Go. Yeah, Shane didn't want to go too early. Bruce didn't really get a jump, and who's on the inside of Bruce?
Blake.
Ooh, oh,
Tucked
that
it
Bruce
back
got
in
around the
behind.
outside. Yeah, jumping behind. Oh, scary. That's scary, eh? See, I see breaking up a mean run. Give the gas on at the right time into
Yep.
this long straight, slightly
Shane
kick,
White's
slightly kick.
still trying to warm up the tyres. He's got a good draft run here.
Outside's not where you want to be.
No.
And that proves my point.
And look what happened there.
They lost one spot though, that's alright. Cold tyres too, as the boys head around.
And everyone looking happy and clean through to the back there. No one crashed. Only one car went off track during the start of that, and that was James McKenzie, PSR entry in car number 98 in the McLaren, the flamethrower. And all that did for him was it resulted in dropping down 3 spots to Thomas McCall, Marty Mitchell.
Around Peter Vandenberg is there's three or 4-way battle going on. There we go. Look at you. There we go.
Yeah, pretty tight in through there. Probably the closest bit of racing on track at the moment, from Dan Turner, Stuart Crawford, right off Jenkins, and Peter Vandenberg.
That's a bit of a hump, isn't it?
Yeah, that's one lap completed there by Overall. There is a Porsche floating out the back there. Car number 43, the one and only, James Ishort.
Alright, we'll see that go around later on. They're very hard to drive, the Porsches, what I was getting. I'm not saying about his driving style or technique. The best of them spit it out, so you're a brave man if you take on the Porsche.
Yeah,
Personally,
this is where Whitey dived on the outside early before, and Bruce has got an awesome run through that corner. He's really nailing that. Currently 1.3 seconds off from Blake Dowdle. Shane very quick through that section. I think the Ferrari just a little bit hindered on being able to get through.
Turn down. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't talking to you. I was just
it's all
good. Carry on. Yeah, you're right. This is very quick. I didn't interrupt you there.
No, it's good. Yeah, interesting to see how this battle's going to play out with the 2 front cars being mid-reared engined cars, and the cars in 3rd and 4th of Shane and Blake Grenhall there, both being front mount, rear wheel drive variant. There's definitely going to be some of those tighter corners where those guys are going to be able to push the cars through harder, so interested to see how this plays out towards the end. This is the view from the top of Mr. Tannock's roof towards P1 ahead of him, now pushed out to nearly 2 seconds. Dan Turner back here in 6th spot, getting ever close to the back of Dane Norduth here in the car 420. And he's actually running the 54 Sim Racing livery tonight. He wanted to take out the Audi, and he asked the guys if anyone had a livery, and I said, well, I've got one. And he said, mate, I'll be more than happy to run it. So thanks, Dane. A little bit of 54 Sim Racing cred there. Currently sitting there in 5th spot. Dane's been pushing very hard on himself recently to do well in this championship, and appears to be paying off for you, buddy. Well done.
Yeah, he definitely shows sides. He's obviously clean straight away. You know he's a clean driver. You'd love to race side by side with him, because at the end of the day, if he got dicey, he'd be letting you go. So you want to race him, which is really, really cool. So, but he is very clean, and he is fast too. So I don't think he realises how fast he is.
Yeah. Yeah, Dane's got a big story behind him about his life and things like that, and I'm sure he's more than happy to share it with you if you ever had the time to ask. But there's a wee joke in there, if you ever had the time to ask. As we know, our boy Dane is not shy of having a bit of chit-chat, is he there, Shawnee?
No, and a great ambassador for sim racing in general. Not for SuperCars in general, for everyone.
Indeed.
by a lot of people. He's just always trying to get everyone involved in it, and yeah, it's fun.
Indeed. Trent Bennett has had a moment, and then he had to jump to the pits, so he's down 11 spots. I'm just going to have a wee look and see what happened to him.
Oh, I could use the safety car for a second. Grass? No. Too deep.
Way too deep.
Yeah. That corner.
Yeah, picked up a bit of left front damage there as well. That's why you can see he's struggling to get it off the grass and off the tyre bundles there. So.
Yeah, with the 10 laps I've done on the track, that corner to do fast was very, very tricky. It's a lot of trailing into the corner, trying to keep your speed up. What it's all about in these GT3 cars. So
yes,
yeah, the mistake is noted, and we've all done it. So moving on.
That's Trent just sitting in front of Blake Grenhall there. So he's currently splitting 3rd and 4th in the JPS Special BMW as he just moves out of the way for Blakey. Thank you very much.
I love that. That's what we are about. The league racing. A lot of people, why does he keep going? And this is why we league racers, because there's rules and etiquette more than anything. Stay away from the fast guys. Let the fast guys do their thing, and try and have a battle with someone that's sort of similar pace to myself or yourself. And you go to official races, it's just not like that. So hence everyone likes to come and do this thing.
Here's where the battle is at the moment in the racetrack, is between positions 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, as Dane just runs deep and allows...
Should we get a run here though? Does he get the run? I reckon he's got the run. Come on, Dane. Throw it back down there. That's what I want to see. He went wide. The outside's not where it's at.
Is he going to cut back across?
Break there. He broke on a straight bit of road where he shouldn't have been. Anyway, he might have been avoiding him, which is obviously that's Dane's motto.
Yeah. Here's a cool one. The 054 entry, KFC, Stuart Crawford, now up into 5th spot, up 4 from where he started. But the time gap back from Stuart to P4 Blake Grenhall is close to 7.5 seconds.
So where did Stuart qualify? He's up 4 spots.
9th.
So 9th, yeah. So first of all, I think we need to talk about the elephant in the room is how do you get a sponsor like KFC? To tell you what, I want to be.
I want
me and Stewie. Yeah, me and Stewie are going to be good mates.
Yeah,
I tell you.
We want you.
Mate, wherever you live, I'll move. I'll pick up the family. I'll sort it out. We can come and hang out.
Yeah.
If he tells me it's Australia, it's not going there. Yeah, I saw that.
That was deep.
Well, it was on my other screen, even though you had it on the main screen. And I was like, oh.
That hasn't paid off very well for old Pete there. He's now under a lot of pressure from Jonathan Turner in the 154 entry. Gosh, there's 54 sim racing, there's 054 KFC, and the 154 of Jonathan Turner sitting back here. I feel like I need to start up a wee fan club.
Yeah, it is. What I'm seeing from Jonathan is he's not trying to rush the pass or to trying to dive on the inside. He's been very respectful of the car, running slightly wide here or slightly deeper there, and he's been waiting his turn. Pardon me, as he's got the run up here, and that's the driving I like to see. It's not all about, hey, I've got an inside run, I'll go now. He's actually biding his time and taking his time and figuring out where's the best place to pass without ruining his race, but the other cars as well. So to me, honestly, that's the drive I've seen so far. He's up now 5 spots, is that correct?
Yes, he is, yep.
Yeah, so hey, everyone can take a leaf out of the book and watch the replay of how to race hard but fair, because to me that's the outstanding bit. We're only 9.5 minutes in, and he's doing really well. That's cool.
Look back to 13th spot, Thomas McCall chasing James Isherwood there. Both those guys up 5 and 6 spots from where they started. So there we go, the one's just chipping away, and good on them. I mean, they stick it out till the end of the race. Those guys are going to capitalise off getting a bucket load of points towards their season by just sticking out here tonight and lapping it up. I mean, there's only one way to learn a track, and you got to be on it to do it. So
learn it, yeah. And I'm actually I'm liking it. I didn't know when what I was buying, and I reckon it's got some nice sharp hairpins.
Yep.
But so a lot this corner here, flowing
it,
turn
James.
1, 2, 3. He's screwed it.
Hold it, James. Hold it. Keep it off the wall.
A little bit of tap. I think the car will be fine.
Yeah.
It's got those fast flowing corners like 1, 2, 3 are fast flowing, then straight into a long hairpin after a long straight. And yeah, I like it. It's got some flowy corners. It's really cool. Where is this track, by the way, Doug?
Magny-Cours. It's in Europe.
Europe?
Yep. It's we swapped this one out for Zolder at the last minute, with this being a release. So that's why we had Hockenheim last week, and then this Magny-Cours. I believe it's a Belgium track, not too far away from the border near Spa and the like, but I geographically could be a little bit wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's around that area.
I was just throwing you under the bus, man. Whatever you said I was going to believe, so that's fine.
That's good, because I have no idea what I just said.
Yeah, that's good. Whatever, Doug, full of shit. No, that was well done. You did really well on the spot there. It's a 9 out of 10.
Thanks, mate. Well, you'd hope that I know something about it, seeing we set it up, eh?
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm a big fan of Zolder, so now I'm actually hating on you. Big fan of that track. I love that track. Well,
Shane and I were both in agreement that the original tracks that we had chosen were really good ones, but we couldn't pass up the opportunity to feature a new track that had come to us from iRacing. I know that we've done that as well with the V8 series in the past, like when we had a couple of the new Aussie tracks come in, we swapped them out for some of the others. Tracks.
Yeah, we've got a few regrets about that, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. We don't. But saying that, new tracks, cost money. Everyone's got the dollar at the moment. If interest rates are up, your mortgage, you got a mortgage. My mortgage is going up. Everyone's mortgage is going up. Hold on that for a second.
So.
Okay,
I'm just trying to see off the back of Blake Dowdall's car here. That's how far ahead he's been able to walk away at this track from a very fast Bruce Tannock. So just under 5 seconds worth of time gap as they come through the midway part of the track. No, sorry, that was the second last corner. No.
Was that not wow.
Yep, so that's how much of those curbs you can attack.
And that aerial is really annoying how tall it is. It actually annoyed me.
It's the only car that's got a full-on remote control car aerial on top, and it is ugly. There we go. Look at that.
Straight to that thing. It's like is there anyone home? It's like you can't have to sit like that. Jesus. Anyway, sorry. I digress. So you started talking about iRacing before, so I was trying to tune into something. So we do have to thank iRacing for this platform.
Yes.
The connection quality is outstanding compared to other sims out there. Outstanding, I tell you. Let's just get into R Factor, whatever.
Nope, not going to catch that view. There's nothing out to look out through the back window of a Ferrari, if you didn't know.
Well, we do now. It's all right. Not the first time.
So there was Jared Eccleston making a monster move on Jonathan Turner and Dane Nordirth in the same run. I might even go back and have a look at that.
Yeah, I missed it because I was too busy talking about that era.
Jared Eccleston here. Hit play. Oh, so he'd actually already had Jonathan Turner, but then Jonathan Turner must have rounded up Dane in the same move. So under brakes with Dane covering high, JT's been able to swing it down underneath him as well, and two cars managed to round him up. Come on, Dane, put the elbows up, mate.
Yeah, put the hours up. And big thanks to Allport Gaming too. So if anyone at allport.nz, you need something, hit them up. Chitty's a great dude. The staff are really good. I'm sure they can help. I'm sitting in one of their seats, very comfy.
Yep.
What they don't do is they don't cook you breakfast. You know, so you're not going to get any breakfast if you go there. They'll have some seats. They have some sim gear in there. I believe he's got one running, so you can even sit down, get a feel for it. Penrose, Auckland, hit him up. I drove up from Hamilton. I knew what I wanted. Got him. Give me that seat. Well, done. In my car, I was gone.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What type of seat did you end up getting for yourself there, Sean? Tell us about it.
Sparko, yeah, Circuit 2. It's like
nice, yeah.
Premium. They didn't have any extra large, which would have suited me slightly better, because now it's all about the pies.
All about the pies.
Yeah, so no, I fit in it quite comfortably still. If I start
snug.
getting a bit fatter, yeah, it is snug, but it's very comfortable. It's
it'd be the seat you use if you were racing for real, wouldn't it? Keep you safe.
Oh, I'd pull it in my sim and put it in my race car any day of the week. You know, when I get divorced, that's what I'll be doing. Love my wife. Hashtag love your wife. Yeah. I'd have to rob a few banks too, but just but anyway.
I reckon we should throw a yellow flag.
We don't do yellows, remember?
We should just throw a yellow flag.
No, I don't think we should, man, because at the end of the day, we're trying to produce something that's really, really good. So at the end of the day, we need to really do what we need to do. So, what happened? Oh no.
Did you go?
I did. You know, the race is not all about the drivers, eh? It's about us at home trying to watch some racing. So let's bunch up this field. I
was thinking, what the hell just happened for a second? Because I was looking at the top left-hand corner and I saw the yellow flags come up and went, oh, that's a neat feature. Someone must have just spun on track while we're watching Blake.
No, I did do it. I like to do that. I like to say no and then throw stuff out. There's Bruce. Pretty man.
He's smiling at that picture.
Mike Robinson's photo was definitely the best we had. We just started this league and he just had the biggest grin on his face. It was like up close and personal, like 10 times closer than Bruce Tannock's photo. And we gave him a hard time and he still loved it. It was so good. You know, nothing like a knacky man who plays rugby.
Yep. Hey, how far away are they from the safety car?
Well,
there we go.
This is quite a big track, so it's going to be a while. So I don't know how to shorten it, so they'll be doing 3 laps. I don't have the code for shortening it, so
I can shorten it.
Wait till they get behind.
Are people going to
pit early? Are people going to pit early? Get some gas?
They shouldn't be able to at the moment.
No, next lap they will.
Pit lane will be closed.
And this is the difference between the V8. Oh, someone's going in. Oh, no.
No. We've been told to let the pace car go.
Yeah, we just have been.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit early. And there's old, there was old Mr. White chiming in for something about letting the pace car go. But now the field have caught up.
They're quite ahead of the pace car.
That is what it is. I think it could even be 4 laps if the pace car takes a whole lap to get around. But anyway, let's talk about other things. Especially just got the yellow going on.
So because that happened, I suppose we should.
Safety car. So even though MRX, Nick Mitchell isn't here tonight, you're here in spirit, mate. He normally races, so he's obviously got a busy week on.
Yeah, it's an ugly safety car you're driving tonight.
Hey Stuart, it's saying for you to stay in front of me, mate. So that Jonathan Turner should be in. No, that's right.
Shh, dang, shh.
Yeah, a lot of people just need to let iRacing do its thing. This is why we've actually put the manual safety car in the V8s, as iRacing stuffed up a race for us and gave the leader a black flag, which is, it's no good if you're the leader, is it?
Yeah, man.
So
Good luck
anyway,
with all that, bro. I don't know what's going to happen when you almost was in the pit.
Who else we got? Who have we not spoken about tonight? Mr. Pricey.
Yeah,
Where's
and
he?
then
Yeah, go around and have a look.
Like, oh, it's closed.
Yep, there's
Yeah,
Mark
dude,
Price.
I think someone thought you may
Did-
possibly end up in it.
and
Yeah, when will that open? Because I don't know if I've got another lap in me.
Here's what it is, bro.
It'll open at the end of this lap.
Stonesy. He's got a pit. James has been through the pit. What else
yeah,
is on there?
someone have a slowdown. So,
Trent. Marty. Interesting times, but yes, yeah, we're only 16 minutes into the 17 minutes into the fun, and
yeah, it was quite good though. It's quite good though because like what's halfway is 25 minutes, so
Yep.
technically you could pit and you'd be ready to go to the end.
could do, could do.
So I'm thinking there. But what exciting news I heard out of the racing thing is Carlin and
Yeah.
Rodden joining together.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook today. So Rodden, a very famous car manufacturing here, race car manufacturer here in New Zealand, usually specialising in the higher formula ranges.
Oh,
Most
Carlin's pretty high, isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
That's-
Oh, so are they.
Is it F1, F2? Yeah.
Yeah, Rodden. Yeah, so they obviously their biggest backer being the person that they back the most, our young Kiwi fella Liam Lawson. He's come along and had a hoon with us before in the past, and it was a pretty cool time. I'm interested to see how this pit stop works.
Yeah, we can still jibber jabber while they do this. See if anyone gets out in front of anyone else. I don't know if you can shorten your pit stop somehow, unless you put less fuel in. Pardon me. Shade's still up. Shade's still up. Oh, who's the red car that got the little run there?
I think that
Oh,
was
yeah.
Stuart Crawford's one.
On the KFC. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
interesting. Wait for everyone to get out of pit lane there. Looking good.
Is your camera edit supposed to be there?
No. Pace. Pace laps. -1. I think that's. There we go. Shortened it by 1 lap. 1 lap now green.
There you go. Aren't you clever?
So hopefully that'll keep the racers happy, knowing that as they come around, as they all start trying to bunch up now.
Oh, no, their pit stop done. So, not bad. 22 and a half minutes is halfway. So it's basically halfway of the race.
Yeah, and we've got a few different people at the front. This one obviously right here at the front. Team West Racing, Dan Turner, car 21, has not pitted. He did not pit, and he's taken the opportunity to get towards the front, get clear of some traffic.
Yeah, you need to get some screen time for your sponsors, you see. So let's have a look at his car for his sponsors. I can't see anyone on it.
What's he got on the side?
I can't read it. Oh,
it
yeah.
says Simability on the side.
Simability, yeah, which is a big sponsor of KRF.
Yeah.
Team I used to race for. BJ, Craig Mason, Anthony Green, sorry, get the name right, yep. And there's one other name that I know. There's obviously Nobby, the team leader, who's for an old fella. So yeah, that's a cool team and a cool sponsor who likes to get behind some simability gear for people, obviously with a few disabilities and having them sim race.
Do you want to hear some stats from that pit time stops?
Go for it. Let's hear it.
All right. So Blake Dowdall, who we've got highlighted on screen at the moment, who was leading the race, his stop was 16.25 seconds. Blake Greenhall was pretty low on a 15.97.
Wow.
Very quick, and while you noted that he was away early, was car 054 Stuart Crawford, 15.78. So the nearly the fastest one through.
Oh,
Green,
Oh.
green, green.
oh no! Oh no!
You run out of
There was that bloody hairpin chicane.
Someone's running out of fuel. Who's that? So Dan Turner's in the pit lane, and there was some.
just a bit of a noob, bro.
Someone else in there. Damn it,
Yeah.
back in the pit. I think it came back in because of the contact. So if you get a replay, that start was a little bit balked. I
Was
think.
that on Bruce Tannock? Was it? Went off track.
Oh, he's in the pit, so it might not be his fault. I'll just go back and have a little look what happened here. Oh, that's after the start. That's 2 laps to go. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
so I'd
Oh.
say gear failure for
Yeah.
the way that reacted.
yeah, exactly.
Let's go back to this and see what happened across the start line. So James Isher had managed to get round.
It was back a bit back in the field. Those there. So that's about 5 or 6 deep. That's where the
Wow.
problem was.
So Blake Grenhall.
Yeah, he got hit, was it? Oh, I see, yeah. That's awful.
Oh, because he ran out of
What is
gas. Marty Mitchell ran out of gas.
that? Why wasn't you pit?
Don't know. Anyway, James Isherwood leading the race. Blake Dowdle all over him, but leading the race nonetheless.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Keep it clean, Blakey.
Oh.
Nice one, Jimmy. Good battle there with the young fella out the front.
Yes, he's the new Rian, isn't he?
Yeah, it'd be cool to get those two on track to swap cars for a weekend and see how they go, because we've had Rehan in the GT3 previously, and he didn't actually turn up to the game as much as what I thought he would. But I wonder what Blake's like in the V8 supercar.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be fun to watch.
Stuart Crawford doing really well, hanging on to third spot currently in front of Blake Grenhall there, who'll be wanting to try and round him up pretty smartly so he can get back onto the back of Blake Dowdle there, as James Isherwood's had a moment.
Slight off. Very slight off.
Yeah, Rhea just chasing, coming through there, and I had the same thing happen to me in my practice laps in the Lamborghini there, so just rejoining in front of Shane White there.
Still, it looks like it lets go without you even realising, you know?
Yeah.
Which is, it's hard for me personally to learn a car if it just lets go without any warning. Hence, the V8 I like to drive because it's basically, your pedals is your own fault, you know? If you lock a brake,
Yes.
you run wide.
Yep.
If you're on the gas too early, you oversteer. You know it's your fault because you know what you're doing, whereas I do struggle with these GT3s because they'll just let go. I've seen that. They let go because you just lose traction. I was like, well, you know, it'd be nice to know when it's going to go.
Oh,
What have you got? I think
Pricey out of control just as much as James there flying across the back of the track. Have a look at Pricey's one. He was fast.
Here we go. Oh, turn one again.
Yeah, we said it was a killer.
Is that something about taking the aero? Oh no, he's just trying to hold it out there. He's never making that.
Look at this. He just keeps in the gas. At least there's a good bit of runoff down there. He managed to pull that up quite well.
Yeah, it actually looked quite professional coming back on track. I'll give him that.
There we go. So even though we bunched that up for a minute, hasn't done a great deal on giving us too much more to look at. But
Well,
hey,
no, but it's 'cause the big
credit to the drivers. They're
yeah.
the ones that
Well,
are falling off the track are doing good not to steamroll into anyone else, and the ones that are making the passes are doing so cleanly.
I think that little incident on the last corner on the start that might have had something to do with it, but anyway, it is what it is.
Too bad. Jared Eccleston, car number 5, 9th spot. Sitting between Peter Vanderberg and Thomas McCall. Tom McCall there, up 11 spots, and he's the player of the match so far with the greatest number of positions he has gained.
Oh, it's a very good effort.
Second to Stuart Crawford, currently up 7, so that random safety car definitely played into his favour. I reckon let's go for a wee hone with Blake. We'll turn up iRacing and you guys can enjoy this at home. Last couple of corners. See what Blake's wheel works like.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
Ooh.
It was.
So getting over the 24-hour, mate.
Yeah. There we go. That's a full lap on Magny-Cours here. And during that, we also had...
5-minute lap. Sorry, my bad.
We had Jared Eccleston passing Thomas McCall.
Ooh. Misses. Great. All right through there, eh? Jeez. Where's the track generates some passing? I could see a 12-hour here.
Yeah. And also
Yep.
another cool one that happened was Mark Price and James McKenzie. So here's this one. So Pricey up there. So he managed to make a move, and then James McKenzie didn't want to give it up, so he babbled him coming back out through this next section.
That's nice.
Still being slow, so yeah.
Gosh, remember giving each other. Awesome. Oh, that goes off. Well, someone had to get it.
Yeah. Gerald Eccleston passes
Thanks,
Dane
Marty.
North there. So he's in there for Dane in the Audi. So he pulls into the draft zone, Jonathan Turner. Dane's let that one go by. Jonathan Turner and right off Jenkins. The sponge from Audi just ahead. Oh, so he had a wee off. And that's why Jared was able to capitalise on that as well. So good call for these guys. As we see Jonathan Turner and Jared Eccleston here now battling it out for position 5. This is just going into the draft with Jonathan Turner there.
Oh, this little group. Getting interesting.
Tis, as we hit the 36-minute mark.
I like the little graphics down there. Battle for third. That's cool.
Yeah, Stuart Crawford there in third still. Shane White, 8 seconds behind. No, 4 seconds behind him, I think. Is Shane. So he's hunting down this man here. And Stuart Crawford is still close enough to the back of Blake that if Blake has a problem, he'll be able to jump onto that and capitalise to get second spot.
I think he's gaining on it. Do you think he's gaining on it?
I reckon he's probably, and this is what's so cool about iRacing and how good these cars are at being able to copy each other, is he's seeing where Blake's braking, and he's seeing where Blake's driving. And he's just doing a really good job of trying to follow those markers.
Yeah, you do get a heads up about that, hey, in the old braking zone. Oh, they're braking that. Oh, they're braking a bit deeper, or they're driving in a bit shallower, or whatever. So yeah, you do try and learn from the car in front, especially if they're quicker in the timesheets than you.
That's one who hasn't been able to give anything away. This man here, Blake Dowdall, P1, qualified, P1, sits 10 seconds clear of P2, and he was nearly 10 seconds clear of P2 before we threw that yellow flag. So what he's been able to do in another 12 minutes of racing is pretty much replicate exactly what he had done at the start. So that certainly hasn't shook him, and he's got a great handle on this Audi, and I really hope for him, as much as I do any other up and comer in New Zealand sport racing, that Red Bull livery might be a feature on one of his cars one day.
Well, it's a big call to make. It's a big call. I'm a bit more of a monster man myself. I don't really like those Red Bull drivers.
Just talking to Blake during the practice, and we learnt a cool wee thing about him. He's got a race in the Formula Ford this weekend, and he's racing against the one and only Greg Murphy in Greg Murphy's son's old Formula Ford. Robin Murphy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I said to him, he should be try and be a wee bit cheeky and try and round Greg Murphy and his son up to come and have a wee photo beside the old car, get them to put a wee scribble on it. Blake said it sounded like a good idea. It's just off at the sign writers at the moment, so it'll be nice and shiny and clean for that kind of carry on.
Good luck to them this week. Where they racing?
Yeah, Hampton Downs, just where he had not that long ago got treated to hot laps in the Lamborghini with the one and only Greg Murphy. So Greg was talking to him that day about some bits and pieces and what he run in, and he made that comment about running his son's old car, and Greg said, oh well, next time you're racing here, these are the lines that you want to take in the Formula Ford, and this is the fastest way to get around the track. So pretty cool to see something like that with such expertise behind him. Still, you know, for what was just a hot lap run, then turned into a wee schooling session for young Blake.
Yeah. So you're saying Greg Middleton knows more about tracks other than Bathurst?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, wow. Yeah, we need that.
This man here, Shane White, he is closing in at a rapid rate on Stuart Crawford here, currently in third. With just a little under 5 minutes of racing to go, Shane is desperate for that third spot. It'll be his second only podium finish, I think.
I think third.
I think it'll be his third, because he's had that one.
Gets it.
Yeah, he's had.
Yeah,
That'll be his second one this season. He had one last season. But him and Blake Brenhall are so close on points that it's not funny. And I can bring those up and have a look and tell you that Blake Greenhall currently following Blake Dowdle, first, second. Then it was Craig Mason in third spot, who hasn't come along tonight. And in fourth and fifth spot was Jared Eccleston and then Shane White. So Shane only back from Blake by about 130 points, so he doesn't want that margin between him and Blake to grow anymore. And Jared Eccleston, he's right there in fifth following Shane White. So Shane will be desperately wanting to put another car between him, because those guys, even tighter, are only separated by 4 points currently in the championship.
Oh wow! I love it. I love how close this thing is. It's more exciting towards the end of the series, and seeing how close. Hopefully, they're racing for a position in the last race on the last lap into the last corner.
And of course, with the summer series, there are going to be 3 drop rounds. A lot of that may change right at the end, where some people are close at the moment might not be so close towards each other at the end, and ones that are spread apart from one another might find themselves finishing closer to each other than what they'd ever thought possible. And that's why I say to everyone, and I mention it in the post to the drivers, race every race, because you just don't know what's going to happen come the end of the season when we start dropping off the worst rounds.
Well, there you go. So, we're getting close to the final lap coming up. I know it's not white flag just yet. Where is the leader?
Just gone across the start finish line.
So this,
I reckon there's still got 2 laps to go.
yeah. So next lap will be the white flag.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, well, at least we know where we're at, because we're famous for missing the white flag, as we're too busy chit-chatting and then comes up the chicken flag. Oh, that's right. So that's what happens when you got a timed race over a lap race. But anyway.
I'm just trying to see where Stuart Crawford's name is in the scheme of the points, because he's having an absolute monster of a race since the yellow flag restart.
He's been up the top 10ish, top of the field. I've seen him in there before.
So he's currently sitting in position 48th in the championship on a total of 196 points. So he must have only come along for 1 or 2, or he's just had a couple of bad runs and disconnected through. But
or not joined, or
really awesome to see 054 KFC entry going so well. Come on, Shane, you need to shake your leg, mate, and get onto the back of this car.
He's got to do it. I think we stay on him until we can.
I'll stay on him.
It's still like.
Did you say? What? Who did you say?
No, Dowdle. He's out by himself. We know he's got this.
There's Blake.
And second.
Stewie.
He's not up close enough. He's not pressuring enough to. What's that mistake? Even maybe he burned his tyres out just trying to get there. Which he got there in quite a hurry
Did Blake Dowdle go into the pits?
too. He's gone on the region, putting up gas in. Is it on? Oh no!
Dessert's ready.
Oh, no. Hey, it wasn't ready too. So is he gone past?
Yep, Blake Greenhall now leader of the race.
No, what's that?
In the final breaths of the race, as we've hit the 45th minute marker. Blake Greenhall first. Yep, it will be.
And he's these two.
Blake Dowdle second. Stuart Crawford third. Shane White currently sitting fourth. You said it was going to be right till the end, that it was going to be hot.
Did you just pick Blake for the win too earlier on? I'm sure
I
you
did.
said that.
Thank
as well.
you. $20 iRacing credits, I'll take those. Thank you,
That's so funny.
Wayne. You've got to be a winner sometimes.
Well, hey, we believe it is the time flickering.
I'm going to give this to Blake. I'm going to sit with him. As much as I like the racing there at the back between those two, and I hope Shane rounds him up. This is Blake's race.
Well, he hasn't won one yet before, I don't think, in the main championship. So, and I'm trying to con him into doing the. Oh no!
I got it. I got the pass. I got it on the stream.
Yeah, take that, Craig.
I caught one live without having to watch it on replay.
He's still there. Right, let's get Blake crossing the line. Well done, Blake.
I'm going to drag him up.
2 corners. Oh, wow. So stoked for him.
Well done, Blake, you absolute monster, you. Sticking it until the end and catching out Blake Dowdle, short fueling the Audi. Well done, mate. And you make sure you listen back at the start of the stream, because Shawnee put it on me. He said, who's your call? Who's your call for winning the race? And I said you. I said you, man. So well done.
You're a bloody legend, mate.
Give it a howler, mate.
Natural attrition of who can take the field, mate.
But, man, that was...
Gotcha, bros.
That was so tight. Everyone was fuel saving after that first pit stop.
Yeah.
And
Unlucky
then it got
Stuart.
to the point where I thought I'll just about make it if I
Yeah, I
put the
just
hammer
ran out
down
of
now.
whisker
And I
too
was sort of
early, eh?
hoping
You
that
ran out
the
just
other Blake's
after I
fuel
did.
burn would be too
Good.
high. And,
Yeah.
It was.
And it
Yeah,
was
man,
by
in
one
Stones he
lap.
come through
Yeah,
Garrett
yeah,
and
yeah.
got
I reckon
plenty
he
both
would
of
have been
us,
out like,
man. He
even like
gunned it
third
in
of
that
a
last
or
lap.
quarter of a lap. But wow. Hey, that
Awesome.
BMW is a car to pick, eh?
Well done.
I was fuel saving pretty heavy after that that safety car, but it was gutting. Shout out to Shane White. He was going to bring it home and in a podium position, I think. But
he has.
Oh, he has. He made it across.
Whitey has.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and I managed to catch that one as well. He just managed to round up Stuart Crawford there with about the third or fourth last corner. Just through that tight section of S. Just managed to go on the outside, then jink down to the inside. It was a beautiful move. And but well done to you, mate. I know you've been absolutely hunting it. We've had some great battles on track ourselves. So I'd like to just remind everyone at home, I'm just a little bit slower than Blake Greenhall at this very moment while he's sitting in P1.
I don't know, mate. If you were fighting fit, I'd say you'd be challenging for that, mate. But no, I'm bloody stoked, guys. That's my first win inside SuperCars New Zealand. So
in the main championship too, man. So that's very impressive. Very impressive.
Slowly getting better and get a couple of podiums here and there, but to get the win, I can't believe that. So that's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, well done, mate.
Big shout out to you, mate. Property Edge. If anyone is looking for anything in the commercial property industries, rentings and purchasing, get in touch with our mate, Blake Greenhall. Cheers, Blakey. I'll chuck you back downstairs.
Thanks, fellas.
Have a good one.
Bye, mate.
See ya.
Well, I might just quickly drag Blake Dowdle up. I think... no, sorry. He just disconnected, so we won't do that, but we'll grab Whitey quickly.
Nice.
Well done, Whitey.
Well done, mate.
I was just talking to Dane, but okay, sweet ass.
Hey, you've got Doug in the lounge, mate. random stuff
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
And speaking of
Like
random
safety
stuff,
cars.
Sean threw that.
You know, it wasn't quite halfway. I thought it was
so
brilliant
you-
timing.
You know all this fuel saving drama and 1 stop, 2 stop, blah blah blah. That safety car made it a fuel race.
Yeah, that's fun because we chose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know? And do you know what?
Uh,
It was completely random. We didn't have a spinning
Dane was annoying
wheel
me. He was
decide
like,
anything.
should we do yellow? Should we do yellow? Should we
Got-
do yellow? He's like your nigger little children. Should we do yellow? Should we do yellow?
I have to say though, if Blake Dowdle had just slowed up the pace to make sure he didn't have to do that extra lap, he would have won.
Yeah,
I
He
know.
had the time. It was only a few seconds. He just had to
Yep.
slow it up, and
Yep.
he had the gap behind to do it.
Well,
So
we
he
were.
threw away a race run there and made the rest of us go, oh shit, we have to save like 2 liters in a lap. So
Yeah.
everyone was coughing at the end of the final lap.
Yeah, we
I was,
heard.
I was coasting from 3 corners to home, 4 corners
Wow.
to home even.
So, do you reckon Stuart Crawford ran out of gas and gave it to you at the end? Do you?
Yeah, so we were fighting, and he coughed on the apex, where I was able to get a bit of speed up before I coughed.
We saw
That was the difference.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
it.
we
got
saw
it on the
We
stream.
saw it
Yeah,
on the stream as well.
On the stream,
Okay,
live,
yeah.
not
Oh, beautiful.
replayed.
Live.
Beautiful.
Live.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Because yeah, I was chasing him down, because I got to a point where I was like, oh, the estimated lap distance is just updated, and I don't need to save anymore. So I started going half a length. I chased him down, got the gap down, and then it was sort of hovering in between. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to keep going for it and hope that it is 1 lap less. So I was fighting him a little bit, and then I got to the point where I was hoping we'd see the white flag, and we didn't see the white flag. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to save some. So I just sat in behind him and used his draft to try and save a bit of fuel. And then on that final lap, he was saving as much as I was, but I just managed to get a little bit of run through that chicane in him and got it down the inside at that next corner. And then he coughed at the minimum speed, and then I was able to get that little bit extra and have the momentum to coast from there to the line.
Well done. And yeah, we had a quick review of the points, and we knew that you've been wanting to get as close as you possibly could to Blake Grenhall there, because there's a big battle between him in second with Blake Dowdle in first, and you just sitting out there in 5th spot behind Jared Eccleston. So tonight's shake up on the points will be a good one to see. Definitely looking forward to putting that one together and seeing how close those battles were, because you were only 4 points behind Gerald Eccleston coming into this, and you managed to get just that one extra spacing on him at the end.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, he jumped me last week after I had a shocker. He said that was his target. He wanted to get ahead of me, and I had the pace, but unfortunately took Blake Dowdle out at the start, and that gave Jared the points over me to jump me in the championship. So glad to get one back on him now.
And as we were talking before with Sean about it, and I've said it and I say it again to all drivers, please, please, please run every race, because you just don't know where the points are going to finish up once we go through the drop rounds.
Yeah, that's right. And there's a few quick guys that didn't like this track tonight, so they didn't do the race, and they're going to miss out on the points, aren't they?
Yep, yeah. Those drop rounds they're only a few, and if you use those and then don't turn up to a few others or score poorly, it's very going to quickly shake things up towards the end. But anyway, thank you very much, MRX Race Sims, iRacing, Allports. Massive shout out to you. Shane, over to you. Sign us off for the evening, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next week, Tuesday night. We are going to be at a racetrack racing V8s.
Well done, Shane.
Cheers, guys. See you later.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Yeah.